So the new project for the wifey, I started cleaning up, wet sanding this side down, and had to turn my attention to the shift rod that had a broken reverse lockout. Very typical, very common. They wear out. They're dipped in a resin, and they got a little finger thing. And then when you push down, and it goes up a little, and it clicks behind a little ramp, just a nub, and that separates you from reverse and first. And so I had to custom fabricate one. Motor mounts, the one motor mount on the passenger side. Um, you have to remove everything, and there was tight tolerances. For one, this had been tapped, and it had moved the power steering pump just out of geometry, and the brackets. I'll address that later, but I got them straight um, with some ingenuity. Yeah, that's a long time. So you can see where I haven't even started wet sanding really this one. So look at this side, and let me see here. Yeah, look at that. There you go. See, so that versus dull. Um, what a pain in the butt. So I took a week, had broken bolts, stripped out bolts, nuts, everything. Um, I had easy outs. I had to drill two heads off, get the bracket off, and then was able to then extract what was left of the bolts. They used a lot of 6 millimeter hex heads from the factory. Somebody replaced it was just, if there was any, they were missing it all. It was incredible. 35 years of clowns. And even knowing when I had some work receipts for a lot of work performed on the car, um, years ago, because this had sat. So uh, and then I'm underneath there, knowing now at this point when I'm underneath there, knowing full well that they had to remove this or that to do this and that. And I'm like, wait a minute, man, there's crap. It was just garbage. They were gorilla torquing hexes, and then it rusted to bracket. So the back of a hex head would rust to the bracket, and I mean it's a rusted, soldered tight. You ain't breaking it. Well, I got them off. It took a week of just insanity after work. Getting too old for this crap. So the next is, of course, I got a good deal on it, man. It's really clean, and it fires right up now since I get all the motor mounts and gave it a tune up. And you know, um, I'm gonna do some seafoam. There's one lifter that has. I'm still trying to get it to pump up. Uh, it's been sitting, so I'm gonna drain this oil change and I'm gonna seafoam it and see if I can't get it to go. But so Amy's already got her little thing. Um, anyway, dash rattles. You look up on Vortex VW, and everybody's giggles and chuckles that they all rattle. And it's like, bull. So, and there's of course screws missing everywhere because somebody had been this is this a replacement? See, this in 1990, this should have had an airbag. So all the airbag's been disabled, and this has been installed. And so um, I know who did that. So, and that's cool because he did it the right way. So, but I had to go back and redo the bearing because the bearing had he was good at the steering wheel. He was fantastic. So that was no problem. But the bearing was off and the race was off, and when it lined up it wasn't even on the race, and it was exposed, and it just ate through it. It's notorious for the steering shaft to have that bearing, so I had to pull everything out, clean everything up, press in the new bearing, race new bearing, have it all lined up. It's got to be set in there perfect, and then set up, everything has to be, there's tolerances, there's torque specs. It's simple if you let it be simple, but but don't skimp on what you're to do. Don't skimp on the torque specs. Don't skimp on that stuff. If it says 13 nanometers or whatever, then that's what you torque it at. Really, people don't get it. They're like, oh yeah, I'll just crank her tight. That'll be good. No. Um. Anyway, so that's about all I can say right now. So this has been it's been a highly labor intensive project trying to bring this thing back. I mean, I drove it home. It drove, but man, oh man, with broken motor mounts and oh, good grief. But we'll see where we're at. Anyway, that's about a 6-minute video of Mike's nonsense.